Hey guys, welcome back to my room. So Assis has been lazy. Child, if you already read the title, you can already tell. I'm about to get messy. Like at this point, I've accepted that the only time I come on here is when I'm about to lower my self-respect with all of y'all. Like, what? I've been through it. That's all I can say as a precaution to this video. Disclaimer, the things I've done for money, I've been through the pits. You could literally be joking around with me and tell me to belly dance for you for a quick dollar, and I'll text you right quick, name, time, and place. Because, sis, I am a whore for money. And you know, let's get right into it. At least I've given you guys a disclaimer, so please don't judge me. So, you might be asking yourself how I ended up in Kisii. I've already answered this question. Money, sis. I was grinding. I was doing any and everything I could do for money. And like, you might think this is a story that was like last year or 2 years ago, but no, it was literally at the start of 2020. So while y'all are complaining about COVID and not being able to go out for turn-ups, I was literally getting rolled by a group of grown-ass men, sis. Fighting for my life. Oh my God. It's not been pretty. Wait. As I said, I'm a prostitute for quick cash. So I ended up doing a short gig for a very dingy manager. Who turned out to actually be selling girls on the low. But that's a story for another day, sis. It's out of my hands, it's above me now. I was away from home for like a month or so it's quite some time, and that involved me working with some other youth them over there, like 10 or 12. We were set up at a certain plot in Kisii of like 10 bed sitters all together. Who would have known things would have gotten very ghetto with a group of broke youth trying to hustle for quick cash? I sure didn't know that. Seriously, like this gig had started with... You good? Okay, let me proceed. This gig had started with us being the best of friends, you know, grinding together. Youth, more power to the youth. And it ended up with me getting a black eye with like some issues in it. Yeah, I'm not proud of that. So anyway, my manager used to bring us food to cook, and then we used to rotate. We'd make up a cooking duty for who gets to cook on this and this day. So of course everyone had to be included in that duty. But trust me, sis, after the first week, after everyone having cooked, I looked at my bestie like, so we're the only cooks? I hadn't known that before, because since everyone else was cooking trash. Like they were just cooking at the bare minimum, something that was edible. Other than that, sis, thrown out the window, bitch. Cause wait, that food was nasty. Like we used to cook the same thing, but then, I don't know, they just had two left hands in the kitchen. So shit was not working out, something was wrong. Like I'd go wash the rice for them, I'd go cut the onions and wash them thorough, but no. The food still was stank and dirty and filthy. Why? Child, anyways, let's move on. So it reached a point we were really struggling eating this other very edible, very just edible food. And my bestie and I were like, baby, you know what? Let's go to that. We need to do something about this. So we approached the person who was cooking for the day. We're like, you know what, sis? We know you have two left hands. So what we'll do is, you can go ahead. Let me do this. You just go take a rest, sis. Trying to figure out your left hands. You already got enough on your plate. Let's cook. And we ended up cooking for the day. So we are like, hey, by the way, as we don't mind cooking, I personally find cooking to be a hobby and a stress relief from all the ghetto stuff that was happening in Kisii, the hither and thither. So I really didn't mind it. And also eating clean food is my thing. Like My tongue has a palate that cannot stand filthy food. Yeah, we started cooking on a daily. We started offering everyone, a chance to cook for them. You just relax. And things were going on well until some rats in the sewer started getting a bit too envious and jealous. That bitter jealousy was brewing around in the pipes, in the gutters, because certain people, I'm not pointing any fingers, but there were certain cooks that were getting excessive praise for their, good cooking skills. I don't want to mention their names. I honestly don't want to mention their names because it's not about gloating at the end of the day. Those are the females. Oh my God, I have come across some very nasty, foul-smelling females. They were just ghetto. Honestly, it's really not my fault. I'm really not undermining them in any way. They were ghetto and they were proud of it. You do you, sis. So they ended up being very, very, very bitter about this one gay person who, used to cook better than them. It was as if I was trying to undermine their wife material capabilities. Sis, no, I just want to eat good food. But you're a wife. You're a wife material. I promise you that. So anyway, what happened was, normally we're going on with the routine of, okay, so today is lunchtime, let's go cook. And we'd go to the kitchen and find, these two bitter girls are already there cooking. They're nasty. These women cannot cook. They were throwing things like it was a potion they were making. Wait. Salt, rice, water. Sis, it was a mess to just witness. So even before the meal is done, I can already tell things are about to go flappity flap in this meal because they were putting zero effort. They were just putting portions together and expecting the meal to prepare itself. So they had planned this takeover out of their minds just because they were envious of a certain successful person. Child, it's not my fault I'm more of a wife material than you are. Don't hate me, hate the game. So we're like, okay, there's nothing we can do because if they are forcing themselves to cook on their days, it's out of our hands. So all I could do was literally beg for them to start cooking well. Just, take time to actually wash the rice. No rush, no pressure. Just wash the onions and tomatoes. No rush, baby girl. You do you, but hygiene. And we left them there. Tell me why the first meal they did, the rice was more of this stewy broth of unclean, literally rice that was still reeking of processed chemicals and stuff and preservatives. And it was mushy and it was just so filthy. That's the first meal that they made back in their duty roster, sis. Honestly, looking back on it, they were doing this to spite me, but okay. It's not about me. Fine, we move regardless. We're like, bestie, tutakula tu. What else will we do? It's out of our hands. We'll just eat. Now this is where, guys, we get into the meat, the flesh of their story. The literal next time they cooked after that floppy disk of a meal they made, they ended up going worse. They were already at rock bottom, but they said, I think we can dig a little deeper and go underneath the rock bottom because sis, they went there. My besties and I were eating in our room. So I see my girl struggling already to eat, but then it reaches a point where she starts choking. I'm like, sis, why is the food that bad? And her with her dramatic theatric ass had to go, oh my God. Since we found she had literally swallowed a plastic wrap. That wrapper for the rice when you cut it off at the top. Now that her piece ended up in the rice. These people really do the bare minimum in the kitchen. At this point, I'm fuming, I'm mad, I'm outraged. I'm like, sis, the bare minimum to even wash the damn rice after we told you again and again to just do it. Please. They refused. This is when I knew they were doing this out of spite. They were just bitter. Two left hands can still wash some goddamn rice. Wait. Anyway, so now I don't know, I'm in the zone. I'm so angry, I'm so outraged because this has been a build-up of poor food, poor cooking. I go with the plate to the kitchen when they were still serving the rest. I'm like, yo, what's up? I thought we agreed this and this. Why is my bestie choking on plastic in your food? Don't you even have the slightest of shame? It boils over to this back and forth dispute between us. It became really outraged. We were shouting at each other and all of that. So me, I ended up, you know, having the last word. I told them some shit like, you know, you can F the F off, sis. And then me, I walked away. I was like, I wasn't even about to deal with this. Besties, let's go. Let's just go. It's fine. While we were walking, part of that rendezvous of the sewer rats that cooked for us, sis, decided to, you know, have the last word for themselves. They were still very bitter and angsty because they had waited for this moment of a collision between us. 101, come back here. I don't know why I even paid attention to that, because if I did not, like in retrospect, if I just went to my room and slept, I would have woken up with an unproblematic face. Oh no, I had to go back. Wow, why did I always... So I'm like, I hear that as I'm exiting. Come back here, 101. I'm like, wait. So I go back. I'm trying to outshot the bitch. So I go back, and then she literally, this is where it peaks. I see now everyone is there. Like the whole youth them are there. My colleagues are all there getting the meal served. We're in the kitchen now. She comes up to me and says, yo, pa! Slaps me. At this point, I'm stunned. Half from the utter audacity, and half because my face is still stinging from the slap. Like, wait, did that really just happen, sis? Wait? No, it cannot be me. This could be me. Wait? She really did that, huh? So, I have this thing with toxic femininity, the girls who feel they can get away with being physically abusive to males because they don't deserve any reparations for that. So I knew the game that this girl was trying. So for me, trying to counterattack that, I was like, nope, I'm not even about to get into a fist fight with you because that will lessen my values, my whole worth as a human being. So what did I do? I acted smartest. I had to outsmart her real quick. I just had to. So what did I do? I didn't punch her back, I didn't slap her back, I pushed her. I just pushed her, sis. And that was my only mistake. Tell me why I got crucified for that, sis. Because guess what? What happened next was completely unprecedented, unexpected, and quite honestly, incomprehensible. I still don't know what happened following that. I just saw blackout. Since I saw a goddamn blackout, like all the meals, there were like 6 or 7 in the kitchen. They all just jumped on me. Oh my God, sis, I am gay. And they begged me like a man. Like they were rolling me like I'm a straight man. I'm like, no, sis, I'm a sissy too. Oh my God, I'm a sissy too. Thank God I didn't have these braids, because if I had them, they would have been flying. They would have been flying left and right. Since it was mob justice type of shit, like it was 7 men on me, bitch. And then literally some of these men, before coming to Kisii and doing this gig, they literally used to have a side hustle for construction. Like they used to be construction workers. So when I'm telling you they were built, sis. So these punches are coming from left and right. I cannot even process it. I can't even deflect one. By the time I've deflected one, this other one has come to my ear. I'm hearing ringing. I'm trying to block my ears. My nose is getting flattened out. Oh my God, it was messy. Sis, I'm too gay for that. Woo! That was a moment of weakness. Dead ass. I really went through it. Like, sis, when I'm telling you guys I was in the pits, I was in the pits. Like, at that moment in time, because I couldn't even open my eyes and I wasn't even closing them. Like, the punches were like closing my eyelids. Oh my God, sis. No. Oh my God, I took an L. So they were punching me like dead ass, chucking their wall. Like, it was that malicious fight. It wasn't it protecting the woman. Because first of all, she wasn't harmed. She was still trying to act like she was in some Alejandro soap opera. Because I pushed her to the table, she was still, oh, I've been pushed. Me, I'm here getting rolled like, I don't know, some dawa ready to be made into some chapati. Because wait, that was the worst 30 seconds of my life, sis. It's one thing to be in a fight one-on-one, and it's another one to be ambushed. I call it an ambush. This has planned written all over it because they were a bit too quick with it. Hey, they're like, what? And then they, hey, waliniraukia, sis, wait. Anyway, the 30 seconds finally come to an end. We're like 28, 29, 30. I'm still there, my eyes closed, like, wait, what's going on? Literally. But who am I, sis? Even when I've taken an L, I won't take it with grace. Wait. So I'm there. Honestly, I'm not even fair. Like, hey, no tears are dripping. No tears are dripping from my eyes, sis. Like me, I'm still there. Mimi ni sugu. I can't feel shit. Like, oh, you think you can do that? It's because you guys are dumb. I'm intelligent. I want to fight you back. And now I'm holding back my tears. What's that you? Hey, let me catch you alone. I will beat you up. This is a guy who was working as a construction worker. And who am I? A fashionable sissy. Like the only thing I have strength in is looking good. Talk about it. Like, hey you, I'll beat you up. Best is let's even go to sleep. Let me forgive them. So now I'm walking out. My bestie, literally, see, I'm on the verge of tears. And guys, as you know from your own history, the worst thing that a person can tell you when you're trying not to cry is, oh, I'm so sorry, don't cry, girl, don't cry. So my bestie, the one who was choking on the goddamn rice, the one who was trying to be loyal to, the one who I was getting her back because I'm too loyal of a person, she literally goes a step below. And she starts saying, like she was legit crying, like she was legit crying. I mean, you ain't had no damn impact on your face. I think you're good. But she was like, oh my God, they beat him up. This is what? I'm like, I'm not even consoling her. I'm trying to ignore her as I start my way back to the room. Because I just want to hide at this point. So she's there crying, bawling on tears. No, I think they really beat him up like really badly. God damn, sis, whose team are you on? Pick a side. She was so loud and like she was saying all the wrong things. She should have been well bad bitchy with me, but like she just decided no, she gonna take the sister stand too. Sis, let's just say that night, once I reached my bed, I couldn't even face any other human being for the rest of the night. Like I was literally walking like this from that fight. Didn't even move my hair to the side. So like, I think it was actually this eye. It was literally this eye, my right side. It was like punched in proper. I couldn't even open it. Like sis, if I tried to open it, I could feel a stinging pain on my eye. What part is it? Cornea? I don't know. But the black part, oh my God, it stung whenever I tried to open the eye. So I'm checking, I'm acting all furious. I've been unscarfed. And then this other person over here, oh, my bestie, who's not really acting like it. Oh my God, they beat you up so bad. Look at your eye. At this point, I'm like, oh, it wasn't even that. It was. What? I'm okay. I'll beat them up. I'll beat them up. I don't care. Let me just forgive them for today. Like, sis, why? How do you even do that to a person? For the following week, as I was gathering up cash to go to the hospital, I was wearing shades. Like, it's one thing to be rocking shades, looking all fashionable during the day, and it's another one to be literally sleeping with shades on. Like, when I tell you guys, my eye couldn't undergo the slightest of light entering. I mean it, I really mean it. Because what the pain. So the whole week, I was like this. I was literally doing my job like this, with some shades on, and hey, what's up? Good morning. And the worst part is I still had to work with the same people. Like I had to act like we're all buddies when time for the show came. Like sis, when I tell you guys, I cut these hands. I cut them damn hands. Oh my god! For the whole week, my eye couldn't open. I was shouting like, what's that? I'm okay. The eye is healing. Sijali nikopoa, I'm good. I ended up finally getting my eye checked. Good thing is nothing, it wasn't anything serious. They had just cracked my like top layer. So through some medication and some ointments in the eye, I was good to go. But I almost lost a goddamn ass. It's like now I have that story about 2020. Like when you guys say 2020 was a bad year, it's different when I say 2020 was a bad year, sis. Like all this for money. Like I literally mingled with the most ghetto rats just for quick cash. I've really been through it, sis. I am loyal to the money. I am a prostitute for money. So now we're at the end of the video. And what have you guys learned? At least what is the moral of this video? First of all, do not touch any women when you're in Kenya. Like you can't even push them away because you'll get yourself rolled the shit through. So I'm supposed to be acting all manly to getting them slaps and just smiling and say, no, sis. But at least now I'll make sure that the surroundings are safe before I push you with all your stupidity aside. Because wow, damn, I was in the pits. When I tell you those blows came faster than child. You all know the imagery by now. Try not to be the one who is being envied, because that envy leads to a lot of hate for you. Like sis, I was just a man of the people. Sorry, rephrase. I was just a sissy of the people. And honestly, with that, I come to the end of this video, having taken another fresh L to my roster. And sis, I am just ready for this year to end, because the way it started, it was not cute. I took these L's quick. I was racking up these L's like an alphabet, because wait. That is it for me. That is it from this video. Till next week. Please do not get into fights when people cook trash food. You just eat the trash food or buy your own. Take it from me. Take it from a victim. Bye guys. And these friends who put you in these situations that you have to prove your loyalty to them. We ain't doing any of that shit. We ain't doing none of that. Cause while my bestie who was choking on the goddamn rice made sure that I saw it. She pulled out the wrapper for me to see. So I had to prove my loyalty. Like I had to be like, oh, what's happening? We have to go beef. And I am loyal, sis. I am loyal. But what I went through, I literally had to like give her a preface. Especially after all the quacking and murmuring she was doing. Next time you keep it to yourself. If you find a piece of plastic in your food, you eat it yourself or you throw it. You just swallow it and keep it moving. I'm not going through this again for you. One eye closed. Feeling like a whole pirate. I'm not going through all of this for you. Umesikia? Next time you're on your own. Now I'm just bitter and angsty, feeling all hot and bothered because I've been defeated and I'm not good at taking L's. Anyways, let's move on.